the velocity arrows indicator, which is available for various platforms on the TradingFinder website. From this section, you can download the indicator file for MetaTrader 4 and MetaTrader 5 platforms and run it on your chart. Additionally, traders can read this page to learn about how the indicator works and its functionality. From the Navigator section, select the indicator file and drag it onto the chart to run the indicator. Once the indicator is running on the chart, an oscillator window will appear at the bottom of the chart. The velocity arrows indicator is an advanced and developed version that allows us to analyze the momentum of upward trends and the momentum of downward trends. This particular oscillator consists of two distinct trend lines. The prominent orange line clearly represents the slow line, and the equally important green line accurately represents the fast line. Here, I add the zero level, and when the slow line and the fast line move significantly downward from the zero level, it clearly indicates the strong momentum of a downward trend. And conversely, when the slow line and the fast line move noticeably upward from the zero level, it precisely indicates the powerful momentum of an upward trend. This visual representation helps in understanding market dynamics and potential shifts in direction. Additionally, we can use the crossover of the fast line and the slow line as a signal line, and when the fast line crosses below the slow line, we can consider it a sell signal, which in this case gives us a sell signal. When it moves downward from the zero level, it indicates the momentum of a downward trend, and we can profit from the downward trend movement. Or when the fast line crosses above the slow line and moves upward from the zero level, it is considered a buy signal and indicates the momentum of an upward trend. The more it moves above the zero level and into positive territory, the stronger the momentum of the upward trend becomes. And the further the oscillator moves below the zero level and into negative territory, the greater the momentum of the downward trend. In the Settings section, under Input, there are options available. In the first part, you can enable or disable the alert notification when the fast and slow lines cross. If this option is set to false, the next two options will not be functional either. However, if the first option is set to true, you can enable or disable the option to send alerts to your mailbox in the next input. If this option is set to true, you must have already completed the email settings in the Tools section under Options. In the next input, you can enable or disable sending alerts as notifications to your mobile device. In the next section, we can specify the timeout value here. In the following option, we can set the subject value. In the next input, we can specify the values related to the calculation. In the first input, we can set the calculation period for the green line or the slow line. In the next input, we can determine the type of price calculation. Among the options of close price, open price, high price, low price, median price, typical price, and finally weighted price, which is located here. In the next option, we can specify the calculation period for the slow cutoff, which is set to 28 by default, and we can also determine the type of price calculation here. In the next section, we can enable or disable the display of buy and sell signals on the chart, which is disabled by default. If we set this option to true, then whenever the fast and slow lines precisely cross over, clear buy and sell signals will be automatically generated for us and prominently displayed on the chart. In the next option, we can specify the distance between the signals and the handles, which is a coefficient that determines this distance. That is, the more we increase this value, for example, if I set the value to 5, the distance between the signals and the price will increase. In the next two options, we can set the color of the buy or upward signals, and in the following input, we can change the color of the sell or downward signals here to any color we like. In the last section, we can also specify the MQL codes related to displaying the signals, and if needed, we can modify the MQL codes here. Well, friends, we've reached the end of this indicator tutorial. We'd be happy if you share your comments and suggestions with us in the comments section.